Florida. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Miami. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First down, Marino. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Marino. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On 1st and 10, it's Marino. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Seven yards, the pickup there. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Marino to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Marino's incompletion on 1st down leads to 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Marino. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Touchdown, Dolphins! From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Gano the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
2-yard on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this 1st half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A heck of an effort there on the scramble, leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 11-yard line.
Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
He was dropped off at the 4-yard line. First and goal, Green Bay.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. Here's Jackson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space. When they dumped it to the back, he was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
They'll run on first down. It's Davidson. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Marino will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Marino's incompletion on first down leads to 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Marino to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Miami. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, don't fumble the football.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Marino. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Marino. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. And not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Marino. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Marino sets up. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On now the Miami field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Gano's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
After knocking Looking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And here's Kamara on the read option. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 38, Jackson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back, Good job declining that penalty.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Packers get set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. To throw again on second down. Marino. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, a 15-yard touchdown grab, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
I know those wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packers offense set to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. The open man here, Renfro. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Renfro. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Four yards remain for second down. Now Jackson drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report.